last night. Overnight line movers, Teddy. Obviously, we're gamblers out there. When you sleep, as they say, Wall Street and money never sleeps out there. Neither do the lines. They open up and shift all night long. Sharps, public, everybody's hitting it. By the time you wake up, a lot of movements out there. Some offshore markets open. Georgia Tech a favorite, Teddy, versus Notre Dame. That quickly went into reverse. Now we're showing Notre Dame -3, -3.5 in some outlets out there. Total of 133.5. Money line 165 plus 145 split. Key injuries probably propelling this, Teddy, with Alvarado, Gaye, and Alston being out, or at least questionable or highly doubtful for Georgia Tech here. Good line movement here, do you think? Or maybe they're just running away with something, saying, hey, you know what? I see guys are out. I'm going to bet it that way, and it's as simple as that.
Well, we're talking about key guys that are missing for Georgia Tech. I mean, Alvarado downgraded to doubtful with a groin injury. Gouye downgraded to doubtful with a leg injury. But the one I think the markets weren't expecting was Alston, who's questionable with a personal situation. I don't know what the situation is, but clearly the markets do not expect him to play. And Georgia Tech's not good enough to withstand three key guys being out against anyone. No surprise that Notre Dame, big move towards Notre Dame. And frankly, I don't know that that's a big enough move, considering the caliber of players that Georgia Tech has on the roster behind these three. It's not real pretty for the Yellow Jackets this season.
Michigan and Minnesota, Tony, a total that is actually on the move. Opening line overnight around 135. Now looks like it's moved up about 2.5 points to 137.5. Michigan line tonight at -13, total of 137.5 as we just went over. Money line, big one here. Lottery ticket size plus 735, -1,000 split. No real late key injury information here, but we do know, Teddy, how good Michigan is and efficient they are on defense, particularly offensively as well. Looks like a decent line move. I mean, it's not a lot of points. We're not talking about 155, 160 here. You're looking at a line move in the 130, so 65, 6, somebody in that mid-60s to high 60s range might get you close there. Maybe some fouls to put you over the top in the end. Agree with this line movement, Teddy?
Let's start with this. If I win the lottery, it damn well better pay me better than 7.3 to 1.
That's a lot of money, Teddy.
That's not a lottery. Lottery tickets are at the 100 to 1, man, 500 to 1, 50 to 1, not 7 to 1. That's okay. You can make fun of most of the things I say. Apparently, everyone I do radio or video with, I throw shade on them all the time. So that's what everyone tells me. You're like, you're such a dick on the air. I'm like, well, I'm a dick in real life too.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it real.
Yeah, exactly. What am I going to do? Yeah, I play a jerk on TV. Guess what? I'm a jerk in real life. This series, and I was really surprised by this. Was not one that stood out to me. We've seen nothing but under money on Michigan games all year. They've been betting Michigan under. Well, last 5 meetings, 5-0 to the over. Clearly, when you look at the Gophers' game plan and what they want to do against the Wolverines, they do not want to get sucked into a half-court game. So everything Pitino and the Minnesota is going to try to do here is about pushing the pace. They've been able to do that fairly successfully in recent meetings. And the markets have clearly adjusted to that with 2.5 3-point move to the over in early betting action today.
Super Bowl, we're going to keep an eye on this. Look, we're still just about 2 weeks out, but obviously it's the biggest thing on our plate. Once these Saints fans get over the fact that they lost the NFC title game, they'll get back into the betting markets with us, Teddy, and sort of engage in the Super Bowl. Because as Teddy says out there, don't be a fan favorite of a certain team. Be a fan of gambling, which we are here on That Betting Show. Take a look at the lines. Not much movement, Teddy. Pinnacle Offshore is still holding that 1.5, but primarily across the board, mostly 2.5. Some twos are showing up over under in this one. I guess we're going to get a record for a Super Bowl, 57.5, pretty much across the board as we go. But not a lot to get settled into. And I know you said it best today, and I really agreed with what you said, Teddy. The market, if you didn't take it at the jump, where like the Rams were favored -1, or you took the Patriots early, I think we're all waiting for that line movement, whether or not you want to jump in, because if you are a Patriot backer, you don't want to see it go to 3, but it's almost like you're waiting for that next movement. Smart to jump in if you're a Rams fan now saying, I don't think it gets to 3, and I think there's a buyback here, or smart to sit it out, which I agree with what you're saying yesterday. Sometimes you don't want the Rams until maybe it hits 3 in this spot.
All right, so let's talk about some differences between the books. You talked about pennies at 1.5. Bovada's at 3 already. I read a couple of quotes from lines makers here in Las Vegas saying, yeah, we're probably going to get to 3. We haven't done it yet. We'll be proactive. It's been nothing but Patriots money. Talked to a couple bettors, said, who's going to bet the Rams? They're like, people bet the Rams. I said, who's going to bet them at less than +3? They're like, no wise guys. So at 3, there will be two-way action on this game. Less than 3? No, it's still going to be Patriots. Now, all that being said, if you like New England, I would bet them sooner rather than later. All right, we talked about this yesterday, and yet already, the penny's only 2.5 out there. Everyone else is 2. Only 1.5 out there. Everyone else pretty much is 2.5. Find a 2, lay it today. You're not going to get a better price on New England than the current number. At 2.5, at 3, we'll see some Rams money. Haven't seen the 3, the broader market move to 3 yet, and I don't think we will until the weekend of the game. So if you like the Rams, you wait. If you like the Patriots, you bet them right now.